Managing updates on a personal computer or a small group of computers in a network doesn't generally require too much preparation. Often you set the update options and let the updates install automatically. Keeping computers updated in an enterprise is a lot more complicated than keeping a handful of machines up to date in a small network. There are many things to consider prior to installing updates when thousands of computers are involved. Especially when those computers are required for a corporation to run smoothly and when downtime isn't an option. To make sure things go well during updates, especially big ones like updating from Windows 10 to Windows 11, enterprises create and follow a deployment plan. This plan has many parts. It will categorize the computers that are already hardware ready for the update. It will also define what to do with those that aren't. An enterprise might skip these machines or relegate them to a lab or other non-essential area, but more often will either update or retire them. The plan will also calculate software costs based on how many managed and unmanaged devices require the update. This is where servicing plans come into play, something you'll learn about in the next movie. Users who bring their own devices will also need those devices to be assessed. It will also define how to test existing applications to make sure they'll work after the update and what to do if essential apps aren't update ready. Here are some of the apps that will need to be assessed. The enterprise will also have to make sure the existing infrastructure is able to push out the upgrade while also backing up all the data and computers beforehand. It will need to define which updates will be deployed and which will not. There are many types, including quality and feature updates, and the life cycles of each to consider. And one last thing, the enterprise must define a plan for educating end users on the changes included in the update. If the update is an entire upgrade to the operating system, those changes could be challenging for those users to find and adapt to. Once the enterprise has created the plan, they then turn to how they'll do it. They define what kind of infrastructure they'll use for the deployment, and the options vary or are dependent on the enterprise. Here are only a few of the available options. It's also important to follow the advice from Microsoft to join Windows Insider for Business, which I'll discuss later in this course. There are options to preview builds and download and deploy builds from Microsoft's ISO pages when you do. Finally, there are additional tools for helping an enterprise determine readiness prior to deploying a pilot update, such as those available in Microsoft Endpoint Manager. The last part of the deployment plan will include a plan for pilot rollout. At a high level, the plan will choose a small group of users or devices to receive the upgrade. They'll implement various updates one at a time when they test. They'll validate that any deployment processes have succeeded. They'll test and support the users and devices in the pilot. And finally, make adjustments and decisions for future updates based on the results of the pilot. This process can take months to complete the first time, but after it's done, the enterprise can reuse and tweak the plan for future updates. The takeaway is that a deployment plan is critical to a successful update rollout. The Microsoft Store is where you acquire new apps. The store is also where app updates originate. It's where manufacturers provide updates to fix bugs, add features, add additional information, and improve functionality. App updates might also include security features to fix issues uncovered after the app's release. By default, apps are updated automatically in Windows 10. You can manually check for updates in the store by clicking the three ellipses and then Downloads and Updates in the Windows Store window. From this window, click Get Updates to see if any are available. Here are a few updates in the download queue. We'll wait while they download and install. It's best to let Windows keep your apps up to date if for no other reason than to keep them secure and to fix any issues that can cause the app to perform poorly. But if for whatever reason you want to disable updates, you can. You might want to do this if it's your job to support users who work with apps from the store. Possibly because you want to test updates in a lab first before rolling them out to your workforce. Store apps aren't just fun and games anymore. There are plenty of apps that businesses use in a larger environment. In these cases, it's always best to know what an update includes versus being surprised one morning with hundreds of support tickets. After an update reaches your entire workforce, let's click those ellipses again, and this time let's click Settings. Look for the slider for app updates. You can move it from on to off if you like. You can manage how apps update in Local Group Policy too, which is available in Windows Pro and Windows Enterprise. Let's take a look. I'll type gpedit and .msc and click Edit Group Policy in the results. The settings we're looking for are under Computer Configuration, Administrative Templates, Windows Components, and Store. Click the second entry. Turn off automatic download and install of updates if you click Enable. You can see that this will disable the automatic download and installation of app updates. Notice the other settings. You can disable all apps or even prevent access to the store by turning off the store application. If you ever have a problem with an app and updating it doesn't work, you can uninstall and reinstall the app. To uninstall an app, locate it in the Start menu. Here's Candy Crush Saga. To uninstall, right-click and choose Uninstall. It doesn't take long at all. You can't just uninstall anything though, which is why I opted to show you how to uninstall from the Start menu. For instance, you can't uninstall the store. You can't uninstall the Mail app, the Weather app, and other default apps that come with Windows 10. You'll be able to tell easily because uninstall won't be an option when you right-click. If you ever decide you need to reinstall an app, all you have to do is search for it from the store. We'll go back home in the store and we'll search for Candy Crush. And here we go. It says owned. I can click and opt to install. If you use store apps, remember it's best in most cases to let those apps update themselves automatically. However, you're in control and can disable this behavior and uninstall and reinstall as is desired.